This story didn't get much coverage. That's actually kind of interesting in itself, because in the last 48 hours, a former Ripple engineer, he called XRP the future world reserve currency. A Senate committee is pushing a major crypto bill to markup, and a potential Fed chair nominee, he just called Bitcoin the new gold. Folks, we got three separate stories, three separate circles, and they might all be pointing at the same thing. Today, we're covering all these different developments across regulation, monetary policy, and XRP infrastructure. And we're moving fast, yeah, buddy. No Phillies, just the facts, the context, and why it might matter. So let's get into it. And we're going to start the policy layer. Why wouldn't we? Everything begins with policy now, doesn't it? This is exactly where the foundation gets built. Senator Tom Tillis, he said he's ready to push the Clarity Act to a markup, and he is asking the committee chair to schedule it. His exact words, it's time to get it before the committee to move it forward. Now, for anyone out there, besides myself, tracking crypto legislation, and it's a freaking snooze fest, I'll be the first to admit this, but markup is a significant procedural step. It means the bill moves from just discussion over here to an active amendment over here and voting within the committee. Now, the Clarity Act is focused on defining, as you know, which digital assets are securities versus which are commodities, a distinction that has left the entire industry operating in the legal gray zone for years. But for some reason, they only go after Ripple and XRP. Make it make sense. You can't. If this clears the committee, it changes the regulatory environment for every major digital asset project operating in the US, including Ripple as well. Now that's the policy side of things. But here's where it gets interesting. Because while legislators are moving on clarity, someone who has direct technical history at Ripple, they made a claim that's really hard to ignore. A former Ripple engineer, now a developer at Yellow, they posted, let me make sure that sounds off good. They posted publicly that XRP would be the world's reserve currency. That's not a hedge statement. That's a declaration. And now look, before you dismiss it or you overweigh it, let's be precise about what that actually means, okay? A world reserve currency is held by central banks and governments as their primary store of value and medium for international trade. That's the role that the US dollar holds today. Hold up, what did I just get in the mail? That's right, a limited edition, folks. Look at it, only 500 of these wallets ever exist. ZBack, where you at? That's right. ZBack and Tangem teamed up, folks, with this super rare limited edition wallet. Only 500 available. That's it. I spoke with Tangem. They're not making any more of these. There'll be a couple available at XRP Las Vegas as well, as you can see on the card. XRP Las Vegas. Folks, this is it. This is your wallet. No seed phrase, no cables, no laptop. Just tap this to your phone. You're good to go. Over 6 million wallets have been sold from Tangem. Zero hacks. Let that sink in. And I'm telling you right now, when they sell out, they sell out. That's it. They're gone. ZBack fans, where you at? This is your moment to represent. This wallet is made for you. I'll have the link down below. You see the number on your screen. TikTok. These are gonna. This person is suggesting that XRP could displace or replace the dollar in the function globally. Now, is one engineer's post evidence of anything? No. But it does reflect a belief system held by a growing segment of people who've worked close to the infrastructure. Some analysts suggest that the XRP ledger's design, being neutral, fast, low cost, ISO compatible, it has positioned it as a pausable rails for that kind of function. Even if reserve currency is a loaded term here. The structural argument exists. The timeline and probability, well, that is a much harder question. But then there's the Fed. Kevin Walsh is reportedly nearing the Fed chair position, with a Senate vote expected to go down. Exactly what I'm making this video. Now, Wash has publicly called Bitcoin the new gold, and if confirmed, some analysts suggest that this would represent the most crypto-friendly Federal Reserve leadership in history. Now, Powell chairs what could be his final FOMC meeting today. If Wash takes over starting in about 16 days from now, May 15th, the monetary policy conversation at the highest institutional level, it's going to shift. A Fed chair who frames Bitcoin as a gold equivalent, that changes how central banks think about digital asset reserves. And that upstream shift, it has downstream impacts for every tokenized asset and payment rail trying to integrate with institutional financial infrastructure. And that's XRP, the XRP ledger included, right? Which brings us over to Bitcoin and a conversation worth having carefully here. Everyone's favorite little Bitcoin maxi, Jack Malls. He was at Bitcoin Vegas, as you probably expected. And he made the case that Bitcoin is perfect money. Yeah, that's right. His framing. It cannot be printed. It cannot be debased. It cannot be censored or confiscated. Defended not by armies, but by math. Now that's a compelling argument, and it's largely accurate on its own terms. But here's the thing, because perfect money and perfect financial rails, those are two completely different things. Let's listen to little boy Jack over here, and then let's talk about that statement and what it really means. And let's compare it to XRP. What do you say?
So my definition of money, to be super succinct, or at least I'll try, I never am, but I'll try. Money is uniquely the market good that you don't consume. That's it. So if you, Danny, grow bananas and I have apples, and we want to directly exchange bananas for apples, that's called the coincidence of wants. You coincidentally want what I have, which are apples, and I coincidentally want what you have, which are bananas. Now, if you're growing bananas and I want some of your bananas and you don't want my apples, well, I'm shit out of luck. What do? Well, you want blueberries. So I go find someone who has blueberries. I exchange my apples. I now have blueberries. I go, now what was the money in that scenario? It was the apples. I used the apples to transmit value. And so for me, money is the market good. I don't live in it. I don't eat it. I don't fly it. I don't drive it. So when people use real estate as money, I think that's bad money, right? So Bitcoin to me is perfect money. I can't wear it in a rap video. I can't put it in jewelry. I can't eat it. I can't live in it. I can't fly it across the ocean. It's a market good that's perfect for allowing me to save and then later.
Now look, nobody ships gold to settle a trade in milliseconds. Nobody uses a vault to move T-bills between counterparties in 3 seconds for a fraction of a cent. Miles himself is building Strike on Lightning, is specifically here to move Bitcoin faster and cheaper because Bitcoin's base layer, let's be honest, it's too slow and too expensive to settle payments natively at scale. That's not criticism. That's the architecture. Bitcoin was engineered for scarcity and trustlessness. It does that exceptionally well. But meanwhile, the XRP ledger is natively settling tokenized T-bills from Ondo, which has BlackRock's backing, alongside Gugamon, Open Eden, and Arbin. These are among the most risk-averse capital allocators on the planet. They are settling directly on-chain, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in seconds, something that Bitcoin just can't do. The contrast here isn't Bitcoin versus XRP. The contrast is store of value versus settlement infrastructure. Both can be true simultaneously, and institutional capital appears to be voting with its feet on the settlement question, because then this dropped. OKX, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, serving millions of customers. They have officially joined in as an RLUSD partner. Deposits and withdrawals are now enabled via the XRP ledger. Ripple Prime is executing RLUSD trades and RLUSD as collateral across both spot and derivatives markets for OKX customers base. This is not a pilot. I want to make that clear. This is live infrastructure at scale right now. RLUSD is moving through the XRP ledger as collateral in your derivatives markets. It means that the stablecoin is functioning as genuine financial plumbing, not just a trading pair. That's the kind of integration that compounds over time as more counterparties adopt it. So step back with me for a second and let's look at this picture. Let's see what's sitting on the table this week. We have a Senate committee who is moving towards markup of the Clarity Act, which we have all been waiting many months for at this point. A potential new Fed chair who views Bitcoin as digital gold. A former Ripple engineer who is publicly calling XRP the future reserve currency. OKX is live on RLUSD via the XRP ledger, and institutional asset managers are settling tokenized securities on-chain in real time. These are 7 separate data points. Now, whether they form a coherent picture and what that picture means for price, for adoptions, or even a timeline, that's where reasonable people disagree. But dismissing any of them as noise, it seems harder to justify this week than it did last week. That's the summary, folks. 7 developments, 1 week. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm here to surface the developments that are worth paying attention to. What you do with that, that's completely up to you. As always, please do your own research. Nothing in this video is financial advice. And anyone telling you they know exactly how this plays out, they're selling you something. If you found this useful, all I ask for is that mighty thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. What do you think I missed in this video? And I'm going to see all y'all